Rohit and Virat Kohli back in the T20I colors, it signifies only one thing for me as far as I'm concerned. I see them playing in the T20 World Cup as well because, well, they've done well. There is pedigree. One is the highest T20I run scorer in the world. The second is right behind him. So Kohli and Rohit, forget about the runs they may or may not have scored in this series. I think a half decent IPL will just boost everyone's confidence. But then again, irrespective of the IPL performances, also, I feel both Rohit and Kohli are heading to America and the West Indies for the T20 World Cup in June. That's been the only concern with Hardik Pandya. Let's be honest. Nobody has raised an eyebrow about his performances, his talent, his pedigree, his capabilities. The question that's been looming large is about his fitness, and he's not played a single game, hasn't bowled a single ball, batted a single ball in competitive cricket since that injury in the World Cup. I'm assuming that he'll be fit and available for the IPL, but naming him as the captain, I think that's not happening. I think Hardik Pandya will be picked for the T20 World Cup, but only as a player and not as a captain. Well, it doesn't look ideal, I'll be honest, because when you're heading towards the World Cup, you want a stable squad. You also want the roles to be defined quite clearly. And all players who are going to perform those roles, they should also have had a fair run at their particular numbers or in that role for them to cement their place and also to succeed, fail, bounce back, learn. So it is not an ideal scenario. I'm completely with you on this question that you want things to actually pan out a little differently, but unfortunately they haven't, and we are still relying a lot on the IPL form, not so much just basing everything on the IPL performances, but at least with regards to the bowlers, you want to look at the rhythm. With regards to the spinners, you want to just see whether they're being economical, whether they are actually executing the plans well, and same goes for the batters, that they should look in decent touch. But then role clarity is something that should have happened by now. But injuries, two injuries, one to Hardik, one to Sky, somebody else had to come in. There's still a little bit of debate about who will be the keeper of the side. Yashasvi and Rohit look like the two openers, but then Gill and also Rohit, Ruturaj Gaikwad were the front runners till about 3 months ago. So there is some amount of lack of clarity, and it's never a good thing, I'll be honest, yes. Well, the T20 World Cup is happening on the heels of the IPL, a 2-month-long tournament. And yes, this T20I series between India and Afghanistan is the last T20 international series before the World Cup starts in June. So yes, whether we like it or we hate it, whether we dismiss it or criticize it, the fact is that the IPL performances are going to matter. So people who are in form will be jumping ahead in the queue, and God forbid if somebody has had a torrid start to the season, because I feel it's just the first half. You have to announce your squad 30 days in advance. So by the 7th or the 8th game mark, you will have to announce your 15 with, of course, the option of changing. But anybody who's had a torrid start will struggle to find a name in the side. But on the contrary, if you hit the ground running and start flying from game one, that will be a huge boost to your chances for the T20 World Cup selection. Well, this just shows the commitment of JioCinema. I'll be honest, when we embarked on a new journey, that was the previous season of the IPL, we broadcast in 12 languages. We introduced a couple of absolutely new languages that took the world by storm. And even for a series like India versus Afghanistan, we have mounted an 11 language broadcast. So the idea is quite clear. First, the commitment is unwavering, that we are going to continue in the same fashion and provide the viewers not just the entertainment, but just the knowledge of the game. and the connection with the game in the language that they understand and they speak. And the second part is, and that's something that I learned some time ago, a long time ago, when Hindi was introduced, because people tend to enjoy the sport a lot more if they can relate to the sport in their language. So therefore, we have seen the rise of Hindi. Therefore, we have seen the rise of the regional languages, and they are not just the future; they are the present of Indian broadcasting. And I'm delighted to be a part of this journey. And JioCinema is absolutely committed to enhance that experience and connect with you emotionally through the game in the language that you understand and you speak and you love.